Welcome to Integrity Inspire, your daily dose of inspiration and motivation, featuring the bright and talented members of the Integrity Marketing Group family. Now, here's your host, Integrity co-founder and CEO, Bryan W. Adams.
Hello, this is Bryan Adams. Welcome to the first Inspire podcast. The whole idea of this podcast is to get to know our leaders here at Integrity better and learn from their years of knowledge and experience. We truly have some living legends in our industry that are partners and leaders here at Integrity. And so we wanted to invite them on to this podcast to get them to share their years of experience, their life lessons, what inspires them, and what really motivates them and drives them to do what they do. These are not intended to be just motivational. However, I think they will be. But we want these to rise to a higher level, and we hope that these are inspirational. I'll explain more about this later and give you some more details about really what we're thinking about as we name this Inspire. The reason I wanted to include other leaders here at Integrity is because understanding from people is like reading little autobiographies. The reason we read autobiographies is so that you can learn more about the person's life that you're reading about. You can learn more about what they've done, how they've overcome obstacles, really what's driven them, and hopefully reading those autobiographies gives you ideas on ways for you to continue to grow and expand your life as well. And as I mentioned earlier, we have some of the greatest leaders in our industry who are truly living legends and some of my best friends in the world. And I think it would be very fun and educational and even enlightening to get to know them better on a much deeper level and to hear about their lives and what drives them in this Inspire podcast. Now back to why we're calling this Inspire and not motivation or something else like that. If you look up the definition of Inspire in the dictionary, it says to fill someone with the urge or ability to do something, especially to do something creative. That's one of the things I want to do on this podcast. When I name this podcast Inspire, one of the things I wanted to do is to really encourage you to think outside the box, to really encourage you to do something creative, to really get outside of yourself and think of something that'll give you that urge and ability to do something bigger, to do something more creative. And so we want to unleash your creativity. So that's one of the reasons we're going to be bringing on a lot of different people onto this podcast so that you can hear about different ideas about how they thought outside the box, how they overcame obstacles, how they got creative. And so that's the first definition of Inspire. If you read in Webster's, there's a second definition of Inspire, and it says to breathe in or inhale. So think about that just for a minute. In fact, just do that with me. Just breathe in. And at times like these, I think it's important that we all slow down for a minute. Just slow down. Take a deep breath in to really catch our breath, if you will. I know for many of you, certainly for me, I feel like I just go so fast. I'm traveling all over the world. I'm speaking at different engagements. I'm meeting with a lot of really important people. And sometimes you just need to slow down and breathe in and inhale. So if you look up the definition of Inspire in Webster's dictionary, and I encourage you to do that. Like, don't take my word for it. Look this up yourself. It says inspire or inspiration is to fill someone with that urge or the ability to do something, especially to do something creative, or secondly, to breathe in and inhale. Like, we all need to do that. We need to do something creative. We need to breathe in and catch our breath sometimes. But if you dig deeper into the meaning of inspire, the root words come from Latin. First, in means in, right? If you break up the words of inspire, the word inspire, in means you're in, like you're in this thing, right? The the other part is of spire comes from the Latin word sparare, which translates to spirit. Now think about that for a minute. Think about that. So if you're inspired, you're in your spirit. So it literally translates into in spirit. Dr. Wayne Dyer says it best that if you're inspired by something, it means that you're in line with your spirit. Now think about that. Like if you're in line with your spirit, then you can do amazing, amazing things. You can overcome huge obstacles. You're not just working on something just for working on something's sake. You are truly inspired. You're in your spirit, and you don't have to worry about feeling like you're tired of working or you're drudging through something. When it's spirit driven, man, you can go for days. This is how people change the world, when they have it deep down in their soul and their spirit to come up with these incredible ideas and get creative. So that brings us back to what I was talking about earlier. Really, inspiration versus motivation. On these podcasts, we're going to focus on inspiration. Inspiration is spirit driven, while motivation is goal driven. When you're motivated, it's like a coach trying to get the team fired up with a big pregame speech, and then they get out there and they have a letdown because the adrenaline's left their body. But when you're inspired, man, when you have that kind of inspiration and you just have it deep down in your spirit, you can transform what you are physically possible of, because you are working in line with your spirit, and it's not work anymore, right? And so that's one of the things I want to really encourage you guys throughout this. At Integrity, we have 5 core values. First is integrity. We want to have integrity in everything we do. We want to do what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it, and we want to make sure that we are above reproach, right? Second is family. Family is incredibly important. Integrity is made up of a lot of family businesses, but your family is why you do what you do, right? And we protect a lot of American families. And so one of our core values is holding true to the integrity family, right? And our broader family as well. Another core value is respect. We want to respect each other. We want to make sure that we honor each other's beliefs and respect the way that they go about doing things. And so we want to respect our employees and our agents and our teams. Next is partnership. Fourth one's partnership. Integrity is a large partnership. We don't do anything here at Integrity without being partners. That's why we have gone to the great lengths and expense of making every employee here at Integrity an owner of Integrity. And then finally is service. Integrity is a service company. We exist to serve our agents and their clients. And service is at the heart of everything that we do. So one of the things I just want to make sure that we all understand is the thing that inspires me and the thing that inspires you as Integrity team members is we are in service of others. And if we're doing that, if we're thinking about how can we help other people, it takes our view off of ourselves and takes that what most of society says is worry about yourself. We're saying let's worry about others. And if we can help other people, then we will get everything else that we need, because we are living for a much greater cause than ourselves, is to help others and to serve others. And so what inspires me and what inspires Integrity is the ability, the opportunity to serve others. And so that is the spirit. These 5 core values are the spirit of integrity. And so when we're living an inspired life at Integrity, we're living within those 5 core values of integrity, family, service, respect, partnership. And when we do that, then we can accomplish anything and everything out there. And there's no limit to the true potential we have. And so on this inspired podcast and the ones that will follow, we're going to talk about being inspired. We're going to learn from the leaders that make up Integrity. We're going to learn from others that really live an inspired life. And we're going to learn from what they've done, what obstacles they've gone through. And we're going to learn for the ways that they are motivated, but also inspired to live on a higher purpose. And so I cannot wait to see where all of this goes and all the things that we're going to learn from our leaders here at Integrity on the Inspired Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today. I can't wait for every day to follow that we're going to be introducing one of these podcasts. We're going to have a great time, and together we're going to inspire others. Love you guys. Really excited to be on this journey with you. Thanks, and have a great day.